So good evening, everyone. James Manning, great job. There's a couple of differences between your speech and my speech. First of all, I'm going to need my reading glasses. Second of all, I'm so old I couldn't memorize my notes. So forgive me as I give a few comments tonight. So thank you, everyone, and good evening. And I'd first of all like to say how incredibly humbled and appreciative I am to be standing before you tonight as your new chairman. When I look at the folks that have come before me that have held this position, I really don't feel worthy of the position. So thank you for your trust in me. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to the board. Thank you to the nominating committee and to all of you for your trust in me. I also want to say a special thank you to the most beautiful girl in the room, my wife, Jana. We've been married for over 31 years, and she's been a constant source of encouragement and support to me, so thank you for that. I'm very humbled and proud to serve as your chairman for the next 12 months, and I want to start off by introducing my theme for the year. My theme for the year will be District Energy, the Power to Change. So I'd like to talk briefly about that and give you some of my personal experience on district energy and how I've seen the power to change. And I'll start off by giving you a little bit of my own history with IDEA and how it literally changed my life. So after a brief stint after graduation working for a defense contractor, I moved into the consulting world. So I was a very young engineer trying to find my way, and I knew nothing about consulting, let alone district energy. After a few years of learning under other engineers, I was asked by my company to start a new venture, to start an energy and power group. So here I was, a young engineer, didn't really know much about consulting and even less about district energy. But what I really needed was I needed someone that could help me. I was in a small firm, so there's no one really to look to in the firm that could help me with mentoring, learning, client contacts, project opportunities. So I went on a search to see where could I find this kind of knowledge, where could I find this kind of help to help me grow my career. And I found IDEA, and that was 1997. And I went to the first campus conference at the University of Virginia that year, and I was immediately hooked. It was exactly what I was looking for. I was amazed and excited at what I learned and what I saw and the people that I met. And it really was the perfect combination of a technical exchange. There were clients there that I could meet and interact with, and there were great vendor partners there that could help me grow a new business. That was 22 years ago, a little bit over 22 years ago. And I've attended every annual and every campus conference since then, since 1997. And I can honestly say that IDEA literally changed the course of my life. I've been able to build a career, and even more importantly, great lifelong friendships, many of which are in this room right now, through my involvement with IDEA. Many of my colleagues, my coworkers, my clients, and my business partners are in the room right now, and I want to personally thank each one of you for your help and your friendship over the many years. So as you can see, District Energy really did have the power to change the course of my career and even my life, and for this I'm very grateful. I next want to change gears a little bit and talk about a significant crisis that we're facing. And this is a crisis that I believe District Energy is uniquely qualified to address. We're facing huge and complex climate challenges. Climate change is a global problem, and it's an international community problem, and we really have to come together to work on this problem collectively. A global solution is really required in this case. And I was recently reading a book called Power Trip by Michael Webers, and I thought he had a really unique insight. And he says in the book, everyone uses energy with a mixture of elation and guilt. It's the energy lover's dilemma. How do we get all the benefits we enjoy from consuming energy without the downside impacts? Energy managed the right way offers tremendous benefits to humanity, but energy done the wrong way introduces vulnerabilities and catastrophes. It reduces our security, it increases economic inequality, and it poisons the environment. He goes on to say that responsibly improving access to creative energy solutions is the grand challenge of the 21st century. So the challenge is, how do we provide these creative energy solutions that Weber talks about? Solutions that are environmentally sensitive, that are resilient and reliable, that are efficient and cost-effective, all at the same time. It's pretty easy to do 1, 2, or 3 of those things in a given project. It's very difficult to achieve all 4 goals of low emissions, resiliency, efficiency, and economic feasibility all at the same time. And as we all know in the room, a fuel-free energy delivery system really is not commercially available at this time. In addition, many of the renewable energy sources are unreliable and intermittent, so we can't really count on them. So we really need an approach to energy that has a long-term view. We need to enable innovations that reduce waste and bring forth efficiencies and mitigate environmental impacts. We all want solutions that are both cheap and clean, but in the long run, the environmental solution and the economic solution have to be the same. More expensive, more efficient, and cleaner systems have to offset those higher costs with reduced operating costs, leading to long-term savings. Once again, I believe district energy has the power to change. District energy has the unique ability to balance all of these critical factors that are mentioned. Rick Smalley, who's a Rice University professor, concluded that to solve our energy problems, we need to do 3 things. Number 1, we need to inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers, and we saw a very inspiring young man tonight. Number 2, we need to develop energy supplies that won't run out. And number 3, we need to solve the global climate change issue. Now, these are very daunting tasks. We've got a big job ahead of us, but IDEA is at the forefront of all of these initiatives. Global climate change is the ultimate example of why we need long-term thinking and we need global perspective. This is where the I in IDEA comes in. Ultimately, to solve our energy challenges, the world needs the next generation of innovators, and we need them now. And thankfully, our younger generation of future leaders is very creative, and they think with moral clarity. Adopting a cleaner suite of options while increasing energy access and letting go of the past is critical to our path forward. By focusing on energy's beneficial capabilities, we solve the climate challenge without hating energy or making it the enemy. Change is good, so we should go for it. But change is slow, so we better get started. We all have a stake in the outcomes, and there's much work to be done, so we need all hands on deck, as everyone has a role to play. So I ask each one of you tonight to do your part. Help IDEA and district energy change the course of climate change. Help our universities, our medical centers, and our utility partners be more environmentally friendly, more resilient, more efficient, and more cost-effective. Also, get involved in IDEA. Be a technical chair. Be a board member. Present your projects. Anything you can do to get involved in IDEA. I promise you, what you put in the organization will come back to you many times over. So thank you for your time tonight, and thank you for your trust in me as the chairman. And remember, district energy has the power to change. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.